It is the Saturday edition of the Free Three. I have got a few NBA best bets for you and a few MLB plays and the parlay of the day, of course, as always. We've been heating up in the month of May. I've got a few best bets on the way. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video. I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together and make some money. Yesterday, the hot start, the May flowers from the April showers. Hey, we're starting to heat up a little bit. Another 3-in-1 day yesterday. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Zubox points, no sweat bet there. Clips and Mavs points over, no sweat bet there either. And then the Cardinals and the Jays on the first five on the money line. Hey, we cashed it on that parlay, and that's why you take the first five sometimes, because the Jays bullpen blew it and completely lost the game outright. So if you take the full game money line, we would have lost. And the only loss on the day was the Red Sox on the first five money line, as that game actually ended up going 1-0 in the first five. So very tough to see that they had bases loaded in the first inning. We're not able to capitalize. So tough to see that there, but still 3-1 the day. Can't be too mad at it. A 9-2 start to the month of May. That's absolutely what we needed after what was just a very rough April. And I'm excited for these best bets today, as we got the first game of the second round of the NBA playoffs between the Wolves and the Nuggets. I'm going to give you guys two player props that I love in that game. But before I do that, if you could smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, I appreciate all the love and support. If you know anybody who likes to sports bet or is looking for more winners, make sure you share this video with them, guys, because we're trying to get our views back up a little bit. We've fallen off over the last few weeks, probably because I've been cold, but no reason why you guys can't stick with us. It's a marathon, not a sprint, so we appreciate all the love and support. Now let's dive into these best bets. For my first best bet of the day, we are going to go to the Wolves and Nuggets matchup, as we've got the first game of the second round, and this is a highly anticipated series. We've got the young Wolves led by Anthony Edwards taking on the defending champions and Nikola Jokic there, and I think this is going to be an amazing series. I think it's going to go 7 games. I'm not sure who's going to win this one, but for me, I'm going to take the first few games before I kind of lean to certain sides. I do think that the Nuggets actually will cover the spread today, even though I know everybody's on the Wolves, and I also do lean towards the over in this matchup as well. But because I think there's going to be a lot of scoring, I'm going to go with a few player props. And the first one is we have to go with the big man from the Wolves himself, Mr. Karl Anthony Towns. And we're going to go over 25.5 points and rebounds, minus 120 odds on BetMGM. I really like this line for Karl Anthony Towns here, because so far in the playoffs, he's actually been very efficient, averaging 19 points per game and 9.5 rebounds. So that's easily putting us over this 25.5 points and rebounds line. And then we saw Anthony Edwards in the press conference in the last game kind of get on him, saying, hey, if you stay out of foul trouble, you are the most dangerous guy on the court. And he's absolutely true, in the sense of Cat can really play with confidence if he can stay out of foul trouble. There's a lot that he can do, and we saw that in the last 2 games against the Suns, where he put up 28 and 10 in the closeout game and 18 and 13 in the game before that. Again, flying over this 25.5 points and rebound line. He only faced the Nuggets one time in the regular season, but he put up 21 points to go with 8 rebounds. So again, flying over this total. And if you look at historically when Karl Anthony Towns has played the Nuggets, he's actually been able to score very easily against them. In his last 6 games against the Nuggets offensively, 32 points, 32 points, 34 points, 26 points, 25 points, and 24 points. So he's literally gone over this PR line just in points himself alone. And for me, I'm just going to get the rebounds for extra insurance, because we know he's probably going to be on Jokic, because typically what the Wolves have done, or at least what they did in last year in the playoff series, they put Cat on Jokic and they put Rudy Gobert as more of like a floater on Aaron Gordon, so he can help off, so he can grab the rebounds and prevent second chance opportunities. And I think they'll go with something very similar in today's matchup. But for me, I think Cat's going to play with confidence on the road. He also scores very well on the road as well. I think he's going to be able to get shots up, and he's also going to be able to grab some rebounds today. So I'm not going to overthink it. He's been able to fly over this total thus far this postseason. He's getting the minutes as long as he stays out of foul trouble. So give me Karl Anthony Towns over 25.5 points and rebounds is our first best bet of the day. Now, for my second best bet of the day, we're going to go to the other side here, and we're going to go with one of the superstars for the Denver Nuggets, and not Nikola Jokic, but we're going to go with the guy who has to step up big if the Nuggets expect to win this series and really go on another title run, and that is Jamal Murray here. And we're going to go over 6.5 assists, minus 130 odds on DraftKings. Now, Jamal Murray has been facilitating all playoffs long, and we've seen that from him literally all season in a way. But during the regular season, he kind of takes more of a step back role and does some more scoring. Meanwhile, in the playoffs, when he gets more increased minutes, he looks to be more of a facilitator facilitator. We know that Jokic and him kind of do that dribble handoff, that little high post action where he comes off the screen going downhill, and then he also has his shooters like Porter Jr., Caldwell Pope in the corners. Obviously, you have Jokic rolling to the rim, and then you got Aaron Gordon diving towards the rim as well. So it's like a lot of different action they run out of that, which leads to a lot of assist opportunities for Jamal Murray. He's averaging 7.2 assists thus far in the playoffs. You love to see that. In the first round against the Lakers in the 5 games, he went over this total in 3 of the 5 games. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. And when he faced the Wolves in the regular season, and again, he doesn't even look to pass as much in the regular season as he does in the playoffs, he still averaged 7.7 assists in the 3 games that he played against them. So for me, I'm not going to overthink this. We've seen Murray facilitate thus far in the playoffs. I think the Wolves are going to put extra attention on Murray and say, you know what, we don't want you to score on us, as we saw what he did against the Lakers, dropping 32 points in that closeout game, including the game winner, and averaging over 23 points in that series. I think for me, I believe the Wolves want Murray to do more facilitating than they want him to do scoring. They want Gordon to beat them. They want Caldwell Pope to beat them. They want Michael Porter Jr. jacking up a lot of three-pointers, and not to say that those guys cannot beat them or cannot hit efficiently, but you don't want Murray and Jokic being the main drivers and the main people putting up 70 combined points, because that makes it very hard for you to stay in games. But for me, I think Murray is going to be very active on the glass today, very active dishing the ball. So give me Jamal Murray over 6.5 assists. Again, I do lean the over in this game, so I think that there's going to be a lot of scoring that goes on. We do have a lower total, but I'm going to go with these 2 overs as a player prop to kind of lean on the fact that I think that the over is going to happen in this game. Now, for my third best bet of the day, let's head over to the MLB slate. We got some great baseball action going on today, a lot of great pitchers on the mound, and the first one that I want to exploit is between the Mariners and the Astros, and I'm going to take the Mariners on the first 5 run line plus the half a run. These have been cashing in thus far for us in this month, and I'm not going to go away from it. Minus 125 odds. Now, I really like the fact that we get this half a run here on the run line, because it gives us that push insurance in case there is a tie. And in this matchup, we have Logan Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners. We've got Framber Valdez on the mound for the Astros. Now, 2 aces that are on the mound, but I really trust Logan Gilbert a little more than I do Framber Valdez. First and foremost, Logan Gilbert's 2-0 in the year with a 2.03 ERA with 44 strikeouts. That's 10th best in the American League in terms of ERA, 11th best in terms of strikeouts. That's what you're looking for. He's coming off, and he's faced some really good competition as well. He's coming off a good game against the Diamondbacks where he went 6 1/3 innings, 4 hits, and 2 earned runs. One of those were a mistake pitch where he got hit out of the park to go with 9 strikeouts. In his matches before that, he faced the Rangers, 6 2/3 innings, no runs, and 2 hits given up. Game before that against the Reds, 6 2/3 innings, 3 hits, only 1 run. The game before that against Toronto, 7 2/3 innings, 1 mistake pitch that was hit for a home run. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Really good lineups offensively that he's faced. So it gives me confidence going against the Astros team that's actually struggled a little bit this year in terms of hitting right-handed pitching, and for me, and even just scoring the ball as a whole. So I like the fact that Logan Gilbert is in good form. Meanwhile, Framber Valdez, sometimes you never know what you're going to get from this guy. Now, in his last start against the Rockies, it was his first start since the beginning of April, as he missed his previous about 2-3 weeks with an injury there, and he went 5 innings with 5 hits and 2 earned runs to go with 6 strikeouts. So that's good to see, but I mean, that was against the Rockies. It's not the same as this Mariners offense. They definitely don't have the same type of weapons offensively as the Mariners do, and for me to see him still give up 2 earned runs in just 5 innings, that's a little bit concerning now that you face a much better Mariners team here. And also keep in mind that the fact that he is coming off an injury, this is his second start since the injury, so we really don't know how good he's going to look. Anybody can look good in their first rehab start, but what do you do after the second start? What do you do after the third start? And that's really what I want to look at. And we've seen times that when Framber is bad, he is bad. Like when he's missing really bad. Like, I mean, we saw that back in his March 28th start against the Yankees, where he went 4 2/3 innings, he gave up 3 runs to go at 6 walks, right? So that's one of the things with Framber Valdez is if he's not getting strikeouts, if he's not keeping control, then he's walking a lot of guys, which leads to a lot of free base runners, but he's also a pitch to contact guy, which also leads to a lot of home runs, a lot of sharp hits, and I think the Mariners can be able to exploit that. We're just isolating this to the first 5 here. If we get a tie, we still win, but I do like Logan Gilbert on the mound as the better pitcher in this matchup. So give me the Mariners on the first 5 on the run line as our third best bet of the day. For our last best bet of the day, we're going to go with our don't overthink it parlay of the day, and we're going to go with another first 5 money line parlay because it worked for us yesterday, and we're going to go with the Phillies on the first 5, and then we're also going to go with the Dodgers on the first 5 money line. You parlay those together, you get to plus 131 odds. Now, if you really want to get a little cheeky with it and get a little bit more value, then you could add the Pirates on the first 5 money line as well. That gets you to plus plus 236 odds. Now, like both of these teams today, because of the pitchers that they have on the mound. Now, the Phillies are sending Ranger Suarez to the mound, and the Phillies are taking on the Giants, who are sending Keaton Winn on the mound. Ranger Suarez on the year has been absolutely stellar for the Phillies. 5-0 with a 1.32 ERA. We see him pitch a full game shutout thus far this year. Meanwhile, Keaton Winn, he's 3-3 on the year with a 3.18 ERA. He's been solid in his last few starts, only giving up one earned run in each of those starts over 6 innings. So this is one that I do think that the under is also a really good look. But I do think that the Phillies here have the better offense. Ranger Suarez is in really good form. And for me, I'm just not going to overthink it. Ranger Suarez, the way that he's been pitching thus far, literally 4 straight starts with 1 earned run given up or less. And that was literally in 8 innings in the last start against the Padres, where he only gave up 1 home run, which was a mistake pitch. So for me, the form that Ranger Suarez is in, you can't deny it. And I'll trust the Phillies offense here to get us over the hump. Meanwhile, for the Dodgers, they're sending Tyler Glasnow to the mound. We know what Tyler Glasnow can do. Even though they're taking on the Braves, who are a really good team, the Braves are sending Bryce Elder to the mound, and Bryce Elder at times has struggled with his control. This is his 3rd start of the year, and his last start against the Guardians, he went 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs given up, and now you face a very potent Dodgers offense against a very strong ace like Glasnow. I don't really like that for them, so give me the Phillies, give me the Dodgers on the first 5 on the money line here in low parlay at plus 131 odds. If you want to stretch out for the full game, I'm not opposed to that either. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. 4 best bets that are headed your way on the Saturday card. I know you guys are going to be excited and watching the Kentucky Derby. Don't really have any horses for you guys. I'm not a big horse guy, but hopefully if you guys do have a horse that you're backing, let me know so I can tell you guys as always. But for us, we're going to go with 2 NBA, 2 MLB bets for me. Give me Karl Anthony Towns over 25.5 points and rebounds. Give me Jamal Murray over 6.5 assists. Give me the Seattle Mariners on the first 5 on the run line, and give me the Phillies and the Dodgers on the first 5 on a money line lay. You can throw the Pirates in there as well to get a little bit extra value. For more picks and plays I'll be dropping throughout the day, click the link in the description. Join the free Discord group. I already have my Nerfy of the day loaded up as well, which I'll be dropping on the Twitter at @NobleLiving_, so you guys can grab that Nerfy of the day. We've hit our last 3 Nerfies in a row, including yesterday, so you guys don't want to miss out on that as well. And I think I'll actually have 2 Nerfies for you guys today, so let's cash in on those 6 outs. And as always, dictate your fate. Drop your picks with your best bets below so I can tell you. Let's get to that cheddar, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, gang.